Alongside Frankie Corrado. Frankie, 4 NHL teams still do not have a single regulation loss so far. So we want you to list it. Give us your top 5 best NHL teams as of right now.
All right, Gino, it's early in the season, so consider this the power rankings. I'm sure it's going to change, but right now, these are the top 5 teams in the NHL. And coming in at number 5, it's the Calgary Flames. Right now, first in the Pacific Division. And you think about who's there. Vegas, Edmonton, Vancouver. It's the Calgary Flames who are playing hard, and as a team, they're getting a great performance from Jonathan Huberdeau, great performance in net from Dustin Wolf. The Calgary Flames are a great story. They will look to continue that, but number 5 right now. Coming in at number 4, the Washington Capitals, scoring almost double the amount of goals that they were per game right now at this point in the season and outchancing teams by a lot. It looks like this team has really bought into the system and style of play that Spencer Carberry wants this team to play. And one of the teams that was considered to just be out of the playoffs is off to a great start so far this season. The Washington Capitals are at number 4. At number 3, the Dallas Stars, a complete team that just keeps on ticking. From top to bottom, they've done such a good job of infusing young players with veteran players, some new players on the blue line in Matt Dumba and Ilya Lyubushkin, who have been added in the absence of Chris Tanev. The beat keeps on going for the Dallas Stars as they continue to try and win a Stanley Cup this year. Coming in at number 2, it's the Winnipeg Jets. And who would have thought the Jets would have the best power play in the NHL so far this season? But that's the case at 44%. This team is rolling all 4 lines. They've got some significant internal improvements from Nikolai Ehlers, Cole Perfetti. The blue line doesn't look like it's going to be an issue. The Winnipeg Jets are playing great hockey in the early goings of the season. And the number 1 team in my power rankings right now, Gino, the New York Rangers, the highest scoring team in the NHL, solid special teams, and a goaltender who is looking to become the highest paid goaltender in league history is playing every bit that way. Yes, they may give up a little bit defensively, but they can outproduce what they give up defensively with that very potent offense, and if they clean that up, look out for the New York Rangers.
No surprise to the Rangers, but the Flames in the top 5, again, where they are right now. The Flames were thought to be mid-rebuild, possibly sellers again, maybe in contention for top draft pick again. But boy, that's changed. Cheryl Pounder said she thinks the Flames could contend for a playoff spot. Do you agree? Is it time to embrace a new direction, Frankie, and forget the rebuild?
Well, they've done a lot of tearing down of the team, and they've started to rebuild. They brought in a number of young defensemen via trade. You know, you bring in a guy who's a proven goal scorer like Andrei Kuzmenko, and now you've put Jonathan Huberdeau in a situation where he's playing on the penalty kill. They're asking more of him. He's delivering more. You know, they've done a nice job of kind of blending some of the physical players on their lineup higher in the lineup, so those guys play a little bit more. Like, this is a team that has really bought into being hard to play against, playing as a team, and if they can continue that, Gino, they might get to a point this season where they say, we're not going to tear it down anymore. We have the pieces we want to move forward with. It'll be a delicate balance for them, but the best antidote to getting out of a rebuild is to continue to win games, and the Calgary Flames look good so far this season.
Okay, Frankie, I got to ask you, no Leafs, no Oilers in your top 5 list right now? How tough was it for you to say that?
Well, you have to win the games. You have to play better. And for the Toronto Maple Leafs, you know, they have one game against the Montreal Canadiens where Sam Montembeault steals the show. They deserve to win that game. That's fine. Their most recent game wasn't exactly inspiring, although they played a great one on Monday night against the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Leafs are a good team, no doubt about it. They're going to have to continue to show that nights like Tuesday against Columbus are a thing of the past. And for the Edmonton Oilers, it just hasn't gone their way so far this season. Zach Hyman, not off to a great start. Stuart Skinner had a very tough stretch of games to start the season, although he's rebounded. They are playing better. They need to put together a stretch of games that is a little more complete and maybe find a little more emotional engagement in their game for them to get into the top 5 power rankings, Gino. It's early in the year. I expect the Edmonton Oilers to be there very soon.
All right, the top 3 teams, according to FanDuel, when it comes to the Stanley Cup odds, didn't make Frankie's list at all. The Oilers, followed by the Devils and the Avs.